I am being patient with myself, and I'll come away from social media and I'll be patient, I'll be kind to myself, I'll be creative. I go on social media, I feel stressed, I feel anxious, I feel like I'm failing.
Yes.
You know?
I felt exactly the same way.
How are you? You have just been in Australia.
Australia?
You've been in Australia? For how many weeks were you there? 3 weeks?
Yeah, exactly 3 weeks. Yeah.
And how was that?
It was good. It was really good. I reconnected with my family, like my mom and my dad.
That's nice.
Because we've kind of had like a funny relationship since I've moved over here, and like it's so hard to communicate on text or like sometimes on phone. It's like,
well, you're at opposite ends of the day, so
also that
of
it's like it's just hard to have an intimate relationship with them. But yeah, it was so nice. And Jeannie she had spent time with her cousins, and it was so beautiful and
that's lovely,
very like healing or something. Yeah.
And also nice because I guess Jeannie's at an age now where meeting her cousins, there's more more to that now. Like she can actually like create relationships with them, whereas when they're a bit younger it's more just like, oh, it's another child.
Yeah, exactly.
You know? Now it's like, oh, these are my cousins, like I know them, my family. Yeah, that's lovely.
Yeah. And just seeing how like as soon as we arrived, like basically the first day we stayed with Tom's parents, she was just off with them. Like we were forgotten about. So it was quite interesting to see that, because she's not really like that with people over here, like with friends and stuff over here. But for some reason with the grandparents and family, she just connected with them straight away. And
do you think she could feel that family tie? She kind of...
I think so. Or something was going on.
I bet she
or
did.
Maybe they feed off like our relationship with the family or something.
That's true.
Yeah. But then I don't know.
I think that's probably a good point. Like the kind of
the trust or something. But I trust my friends. I don't know. Bizarre. Anyway, how are you? How is Zavi going? How is life as mama?
Zavi's good. He was 1 in October, so he's 13 months now. He is a toddler. He's finally crawling. I don't know if I had said that on the previous podcast, that he's taken a while to get mobile, because he was a big chunky boy.
Oh yeah, I mean, this is the same as my cousin's kid. He's like really chunky, and like he's not crawling, and he's
same as Zavi. And I was like, I don't know if this boy's ever going to crawl. I kind of thought he was actually just going to go straight to walking. But he managed to find a way to get himself around. He was army crawling.
Oh, like commando crawl.
Yeah, dragging himself by his arms. And also by one leg as well. So he'd like use one leg.
That's so... Actually, Jeannie also had a one-legged crawl.
Love it. And now he's up, though. He's realised that that's probably an easier way to get around. And he's acquired some strength, and now he has the muscles to hold himself up and crawl around. So he's really happy now he's doing that, because I think for a period of time he was getting quite frustrated with not being able to move and not being able to get a toy that he wants or go and see children, you know? Like I felt so bad for him, because he loves children and he just wanted to play, but he couldn't get there. They were all off. All the kids, they were running around. He's watching them he's like, hey, guys. I know. So, no, it's a really, really sweet age. I love it. It's amazing to watch his brain kind of, him like putting things together and understanding things more. Like we've started doing, like, if I say, what does the crab do? He goes like this.
I love that.
You know, so it's things like that. We've got like a few things that he understands, and he's understanding like sign and things like that. So Yeah, no, I'm really enjoying it, and I feel like I've finally got to a point of feeling like I'm back in my own body. I think I wrote this on an Instagram post. I feel like I kind of didn't really know who I was for a really long period.
Did I completely miss this Instagram post? What?
Oh, it was just a couple pictures, and underneath I was like, I feel like I'm back at my body now, so I can have some photos taken of me, because I really didn't want any photos taken of myself. Like I was so self-conscious.
Right.
Yes, you're in a new body, but it wasn't necessarily about my physical appearance as much as my connection with myself. Like I don't know how to explain it, but yeah, I really didn't feel like I was in my own body. I really felt like I was, and I am, a completely different person. And I just didn't really know who that person was yet. And I wasn't sure if I liked her.
Wow.
You know?
That's so confronting.
It was confronting. And I think I was just it took a while to get like acquainted with this new person. I think that, you know, this pregnancy wasn't planned. Yeah. So a lot of change happened.
True.
Before I was necessarily ready for it to happen, or I had expected it to happen. You know, like I wasn't prepared for it. I wasn't prepared for the change, and it's taken me probably about a year, I'd say, to fully accept my new reality and my new norm. And I'm sure lots of mothers experience that. But yeah, I kind of finally feel like I'm able to speak again. I feel like I've got like a new voice. I've got a new. I have like something to say now. That's what I keep saying. I feel like before I didn't really have anything to say. I was like, who am I? What do I actually want to bring? What do I want to give? Like, who am I now? And now I kind of feel like I know who that person is.
Wow.
Or I'm beginning to.
Do you have like, are there actual like not tangible, but like, can you articulate like what these things are that you want to bring, and like, or is it more like an abstract kind of?
It's kind of abstract. It's also like, so in terms of like radio and what I do, I love music, and I always will and always have, but I felt really strange about sharing it. I don't know. I was just like, I was like, I just want to listen to it, and I don't necessarily want to talk about it or share. I just want to listen to it at home, and that I have been doing for the whole year. Like, I listen to so much music, but I've just felt quite private about it. And I guess that also comes with DJing too. I found it quite difficult to get into the zone as a DJ and a performer as well. So now I just kind of have an idea of what I want that to look like, and I want to get back out there again.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, I want to.
Wow.
Yeah, I think I'd grappled with the with the idea of not being a DJ anymore, or not doing radio. I was quite ready for a complete change.
Like a complete complete change.
I was like, I don't actually think I want to do this anymore. Like, this is.
Whoa, that was like me.
Yeah. Do you know what? I was thinking about that, and I remember you. How old was Jeannie when that happened?
I think like 13 or 14 months. Yeah.
Because you hadn't given yourself much time to actually rest.
Yeah, none.
Yeah.
But yeah, so wow. Sorry, this is
it's so interesting.
Surprise, yeah.
It's so interesting. I think it's like kind of, it's reassuring to hear other stories of women who have experienced it, because you do feel like you're kind of going a bit crazy.
Oh my God, yeah.
Yeah, and you're like, wow, I've spent years and years trying to get into this space and to do this, and now I don't want to do it anymore. It's like, well, what am I going to do?
Did you have any ideas of what you?
I still wanted to work in music, and look, I don't actually know. This could still happen. You know, I'm kind of potentially the calmness of how I feel now is that I'd be okay if things didn't go this way. I'd be happy for a new venture. I'd be happy for a new avenue to come out of this. I think I was really like, because I had been quite open with my pregnancy, and I'd spoken about it. I'd been like, yeah, I'm gonna DJ still. I'm just gonna be me. Nothing's gonna change. I felt like guilty that wasn't me, and I actually didn't. I actually have changed, and I'm not jumping back in, and I felt quite guilty about that. But now I don't feel guilty about it, and I'm like, I might change. I might not want to do this forever.
Yeah.
I might want to do something new, but that's okay. Like, I've got so much life.
Yeah.
You know, like I'm really a fledgling in this industry, and also just in my life in general. I'm like, there's so many things that you can do, and at different times and different points.
Yeah, and
you don't have to do it all now.
Yeah, and I think, totally, because also, like, as people who are like have public lives, we like you would have you made those posts and stuff, and then you feel like it's permanent, you know, like it's there, you have to adhere to it, and but like everyone understands that people change, things happen, we're all individuals, like we're all going through shit, like life is very unexpected, like we were talking about earlier, and like I feel you with that pressure to like
it's like keeping up,
and
keeping up appearances,
exactly, but it's so liberating when you could just like let go of that and just be like, you know what, I'm just gonna do what I need to do for me, my family, my community, like.
Exactly, it is. It's liberating. I feel, that's what I mean. I feel really like at peace with this new version of myself, at peace with where my career might go. I'm like, I've just got to focus on what I actually want to bring.
Yeah.
Which is nice. And I think we spoke about this earlier with one of our guests. But I feel way more creative now. I've had so many more ideas that I'm like so happy about. And I hadn't actually had that for a long time. I felt very, very creatively blocked. I think that's probably partially why I was like, I don't think this is the right career for me anymore, because I was like, I don't have anything to give.
Yeah.
You know, but now I do, and I feel excited about it. But also,
that's so nice that you've.
I also feel patient with myself. I'm way more patient with myself, and there's no rush. That's what I keep saying. There's no rush.
No, there's really not. Like, but I understand that we feel that sometimes, and that's also about being kind to yourself, being like, okay, I understand that, you know, I felt the rush, but it's also okay to like, slow down.
Exactly. Are you saying that to yourself? Have you had those moments recently? Tell us about how things have gone for you over the past few months. Like, how are you?
I mean, it was pretty intense, like the touring over the summer. I did a lot of like longer distance travel, and I was away from Jeannie for like 5 or 6 days, and that was tough. Just like with the jet lag and like all of that stuff. But I feel really, like you were saying, kind of like inspired or something, like and like having all these ideas about the type of music I want to write. I'm also listening to completely different music to what I used to listen to, and
interesting.
Like, I'm not really listening to dance music. Like, I'm playing dance music when I go out, and I love it, and I go on Bandcamp and I find it, and it's really fun. But when I'm at home, I'm just like, I'm listening to like Joni Mitchell and like I don't know.
No, I hear you. Do you think that's Sade's in my house all the time? I feel like, I don't know if is that from having Jeannie around? I feel like I play a lot of different music for Xavi. Like I'm trying to get his taste correct. So no, but I feel like I do play dance music, and he loves like jungle and drum and bass, but I do play a lot of like records, like albums, you know?
Yes. Yeah.
Albums.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's because of Jeannie, because I mean, recently she's been out of the house while I've been here because she's been doing this Eingewöhnung thing. But maybe just, I don't know what's changed, but I am more of an album type listener now, right? Rather than like, just singles or
maybe that's
like dance 12s.
Do you think it's like, obviously you're touring and you're quite busy, so like listening to albums, it kind of forces you to slow down and to really like
maybe
listen, be more still, or in your stiller moments you need that kind of calm.
Yeah. And I do love the contrast of like, you know, going away on the weekend and, you know, the airport's hectic. Like you get to the hotel and then you're there for like 2 hours and then you go into this hectic club and then you're back at the airport or the hotel and then you're home and then it's like, oh, okay. And then the contrast is like, I just like completely slow down, completely like, just kind of be really mindful and cook slowly. And, you know, I'm not eating like a burger from like room service and I don't know.
That too.
Like just focusing on my health and like well-being and just slowing down during the week. And,
that's
also
so important though.
Yeah, it is. And I feel really lucky that I can focus on that during the week. And I have Tom to thank for that as well, like because he's been helping a lot with, not helping, he's just been doing a lot with Jeannie, and we're also we're getting into writing again, and it's so nice. It's been really nice. That's
oh good.
Yeah.
It's like that post-summer come down.
Yeah.
And you're actually able to like really be intentional with what you're doing with your time and not kind of like in survival mode.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you got plans for the summer? Next summer? Like what do you think?
My hot girl summer.
Your hot girl summer, yeah.
I know we've kind of gone past that, but I don't know what else to call it. Like it's going to be summer of love, my hot girl summer. I'm gonna be outside. I'm gonna be outside. No, I probably won't be. It's so funny. Like in my head, I'm gonna be out dancing, clubbing all the
tits
time.
Out.
Yeah, tits out. I'm gonna be dancing. No, I won't. I'll probably go out once, maybe every couple of weeks. But I think it's more that obviously I've had to cancel so much over the past 2 years. And I'm not about to go like gung ho and do the most shows, but I am really looking forward to having more shows booked in, not having to cancel everything, and also not feel stressed about Zav. Like as he's getting older.
Of course, yeah.
I mean, I'm still breastfeeding, but I'm praying by June next year I won't be. So that will ease my mind and ease my stress. Like it's
of course, that's massive. It's such a
it's
huge change when they get to that age. And
exactly. And I'm like, feeling it now. Like I'm away from him now, and I feel I'm happy. I'm like, I know he's good. He's all right. Whereas I think even the last time that we spoke, I was still in that, I've left him a couple times, and I was still feeling quite anxious about it. But he's eating. He's a big boy now. He's very happy with his grandparents. So like, it feels really good, and I'm really looking forward to being out and about and also listening to music. Oh my gosh, I went to see Hiatus Coyote play at Hammersmith Apollo, and it was the first time I'd listened to live music, or I'd gone to a concert since I'd given birth, and it was like, it was so overwhelming. It was incredible.
Wow.
I was like, this again, it was one of those moments when you go, okay, no, I really love this. I really want to be a part of this.
You know? Was that like that was a moment for you? Like
that was a moment for me.
A special moment?
that was a really special moment for me to just be back and hearing music that loud and live. And I was like, oh no, this is exactly what I need to be in. Like there is nothing else I could be a part of that I would feel the same way.
That's so nice. Oh
yeah, it was nice. It was really, really nice.
When was that?
I can't even remember now. I think it was maybe early October. Yeah, it was. It was early October.
Around his first birthday.
Yeah, exactly. Just before his first birthday, basically. And I'm sure it's all tied in, you know, him becoming one.
Yeah.
Kind of being able to do things a little bit more. And yeah, it was really, really lovely to have that. And I just feel excited now. I feel excited.
Good.
I still have my moments, as I'm sure we all do.
Oh my God, yeah.
Especially with like social media and stuff. I think I've actually found that probably the hardest aspect of things. Like,
yeah.
It's so
in what
crazy.
way, like just, in what way have you found it hard?
It makes you feel like you're not, like, I don't know what the word is. I don't know what to say, relevant. I guess that, but also you've got to keep up with the crowds and everyone doing everything fast. Blah, blah.
Yeah.
But, and I really don't like that. Because like we've said in this, I'm like, I am being patient with myself, and I'll come away from social media and I'll be patient. I'll be kind to myself. I'll be creative. I go on social media. I feel stressed. I feel anxious. I feel like I'm failing.
Yes.
You know?
I felt exactly the same way, but I actually, I ended up downloading this app called Opal. Have you heard of it?
It's like
it blocks social media.
I need it.
It's really good.
Block it. I need blinkers. I need something to block me from being on social media.
Yeah. It's just, it helps, like just being away from it. It's such a shame though, because I love how connected you feel sometimes on social media, but then you're like, you find yourself in these like negative thought spirals, and it's like, it's also so toxic. A balance. There has to be a balance. Yeah.
There has to be a balance. There is a balance. I'm sure there is. I feel like obviously it's designed to be addictive. It's designed to make you scroll and look through and stay on it for a really long period of time. But I agree. I feel like there is definitely a way for it to be, to balance, to find the balance with it. But I definitely need to kind of limit myself.
Yeah.
Because I end up feeling sad after being on social media. And I also get this really weird thing of like, I get like anxious and I don't want to post anything, you know?
Wow, yeah.
It's not like, oh, I'm anxious, let me post about what I'm doing and what's up. I'm like, oh no, I go completely into myself and I'm like, I don't want to post anything. I have nothing to post. Like, I just want to shut off.
Gosh. Yep.
But I think that comes with what I was saying about not knowing like myself and not having much to say. So I just didn't really feel like I wanted to say anything on social media, which is probably a good thing, actually. If you don't have anything to say, don't say it.
That's true, yeah.
Don't just say shit for the sake of it, you know?
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it sounds like you're in a really healthy, positive space in your life right now. And it's so... Do you feel like, is that what... Am I hearing that right?
I think so, yeah. I think so. I think it's, like I said, it's ups and downs as life is. But I feel like that now. I feel ready to get back into things. I'm starting my radio show again. It'll be next week in this recording. Yeah, I'm starting radio again, which that's what I started in. That's what truly like sparks joy for me.
Yeah,
So now I'm wanting to share again, you know, which is what I was saying. I'm wanting to share, I'm wanting to invite people into what I'm listening to, and I've actually, I'm starting a new project, I guess.
Oh my God. Are you allowed to?
I'm not producing or anything, but I'm not producing. A project in that the radio show is going to be called something else. It's going to be its own thing, and hopefully it's going to evolve from there. But we're starting.
Okay, very vague, but I like it.
Well, to be honest, this isn't going to come out for a while, so I can probably say. It's called Sounds of Orion. That's going to be the Sounds of Orion show, and it is my. Maybe I should have thought about this before I said it, because there's been a long-standing connection between music and stars and space. If you look at space travel, it's like rhythmic, repetitive patterns, as is dance music.
Interesting.
There's a lot. There's so many links, and
Orion is a star. Sorry, I'm very stupid about
Orion is a star constellation.
Okay.
It's three, and they're kind of in like a, well, it depends on where you are, obviously, but it's like a diagonal line from what you can see in the UK. There's a connection there with my family, and I was going to call Xavi Orion, but it got vetoed.
Wow.
I know. I'm Heléna Star. It all kind of links in together.
Yes. Oh my God, true. God, I'm really slow.
So it's like Sound of the Stars, Message to the Stars, a link between it. Not every week isn't going to necessarily be about the stars in space, but I whenever I listen to the dance music that I listen to, it almost and sometimes feels like otherworldly. So I guess it's my kind of like ode to that. And
beautiful.
It will develop from there with some other things I've got in store.
Yes.
I won't say yet.
No. Yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah. So it's just nice things like that, which, you know, I'm excited.
Yes.
Do some stuff.
And it's, I guess I feel similarly where I've got like ideas and stuff, but do you find it like, I find it so hard to find the time.
Oh my gosh.
Like it's fine now that Jeannie's in Kita, like it's only, she's like, today was her first day.
Yeah.
Like without Tom. So it's like, and you are the same, right?
Yeah. No time. I have no time.
Yeah.
I have no time, or it's not even, there is time obviously, but do I have mental capacity in the time that I have, which is free? No.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
When he goes to sleep, I'm like, I need to be horizontal. I need no one to talk to me, and I can't do anything. Like I salute those people who are like, right now they're asleep, let me get to work. I'm not that person. I don't have that.
Yeah. Wow.
I need to sleep. Yeah. So there's not much time. That's a hard thing with being a parent, I think, you know.
Yeah.
Is finding time and space.
Exactly, yeah. Because, we have all this inspiration and ideas and stuff, but, like, we have a human that is relying on us, and we need to, like, look after them. And you want to as well. Like, you're like, you want to spend time with them. But then, it's all about finding that balance, I guess. And, like...
Do you know what? It's so interesting, because I was speaking about this the other day, in terms of not just having like being able to have time to kind of work through this inspiration, but my brain, so much of it is filled with Xavi and what he needs and what I want to do for him. And sometimes I find it hard to make that mental switch between parent and artist, DJ, whatever, you know. It's like so much of my thoughts are occupied by him. It's difficult. I find it really difficult to switch, which is why it's so nice doing things like this, where I come away. Yeah. Because I can't, that's what I mean. I struggle doing things at home because I'm in that space. I'm in our space. So there's lots of things around which... Yeah,
you're almost like triggered or something. It's like,
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, the dinosaur. A nappy. I'm back in.
Oh my God.
I mean, so
I know exactly what you mean. Yeah,
come away completely to be able to get to work, but that comes with time. Like you're saying, you actually now have space in the week where it's just you and Tom, so you can actually focus on your work.
Yeah, and it's a nice. I think it's a really nice feeling, but. I would love to be able to just spend 40 hours a week with Jeannie and 40 hours a week on my work. It's like,
we need that extra 40.
Can't do that. It's hard, but I don't know. It works, and for now, and we're all just trying our best.
How is Jeannie? How's she getting on?
Oh, she's great. She's so like she's very strong-willed these days, and like with us, with Tom and I, and yeah, just like we'll say one thing and she'll just do the opposite, or not do the opposite, but like say the opposite. She'll just be like, no.
They call that a three-nager.
Yes, she is definitely a three-nager. Yeah, true. That is exactly what she is.
I love it.
But I kind of love the sass, like, and she just knows what she wants, and yeah, she's not ashamed of anything.
That's great. I think that's amazing. She's sure of herself.
Yeah.
She knows what she wants from life. That's a great thing to carry on into, you know.
You know what's crazy? I don't know if
What?
I told you this, but like since about, I think like 6 months ago, she's been obsessed with the idea of becoming a doctor. And
wow.
it's so great. I'm like, what? Why are you even thinking about what you want to do for work? I'm like, do we talk about work too much?
That's so nice though, because she's caring. She wants to help people.
Yeah, it's so
That's
sweet.
lovely.
And we have to like, you know, pretend to be sick, and we've got like 2 doctor sets, and all her teddies are sick. And like, she was so starstruck at the pediatrician the other day. She was just like, and then
a real doctor.
because I didn't have any doctors in my family, and like, and Tom doesn't. So we're like, where did this come from?
I love that. She's a little empathetic soul. She
literally wants to cure people. And I asked her, like, what type of doctor do you want to be? And she's like, a heart doctor.
Oh,
So cute. I was like, well,
Jeannie,
go for it, girl.
I'd love you to be my doctor. Yeah.
Same.
maybe in a few years, you know, when you're more trained.
Maybe when you're 7.
Yeah, exactly. Who knows? Who knows? That's so nice, though.
Yeah, it's very cute. Like, because, yeah, it's just bizarre, though, because it's just come out of left field. But it's so cute to me that, like, that's what she wants.
Yeah. And she like, very, like, adamant about it. She's like, no, this is what
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
doing.
And I've asked her, like, do you want to be something else? And, like, no, I want to be a doctor. I'm like, all right, get it.
Get it, sis.
So I'm like, and now I've bought her these, I got these secondhand, like, they're almost like toddler encyclopedias for the body, and we have to read it every night. She's like, those books. She's completely obsessed.
Wow, I love that. She's trying to learn. She's trying to get the information in. That's brilliant. Wow. So 3, that's like when their kind of understanding of self comes in.
I don't know. I guess so. Yeah. It seems.
Who am I? What do I want from life?
Yeah. Like, what is my role in this world?
Yeah. What is my path? You ever think about like what I want to do for a job? Like thinking very far ahead.
A little too far, but
It's pretty far. It's pretty advanced.
but yeah, it's cute.
And how was traveling with her? That's something I was really interested in, because, you know, a lot of us want to travel with our children, but it's hard work. And I mean, going to Australia is a very long journey. So how was that? And do you have any advice for people wanting to do long haul flights?
With a 3-year-old?
With a 3-year-old.
I mean, I think Jeannie is the exception, though, because she was doing long haul flights from like 4 months old.
Oh God, yeah, you went to, where were you?
And we went to LA from Berlin, and it was like 2 flights, and one was really long, and I don't know.
She's a jet setter already. Sorry, she's international.
Yeah, I think she's I don't know. She just feels really comfortable there, and at airports, and
Yeah.
I think she's just been exposed to it. So
Yeah.
But I think maybe the advice I would give is like, I tend not to like have really strict rules or anything around like watching Peppa Pig or like on the TV thing on the seat. And
Look, give him Pepper.
it's just like whatever goes on the plane.
Yeah.
But then the rules start again when we get off the plane. But on the plane, it's like, you do you. I'll just focus on me. And it kind of works. Like, she just does her own thing. And she doesn't like overwatch TV.
Yeah.
And she's, yeah.
Probably
like
from not having that restriction, you know. Just
Yeah,
letting her
maybe
do
it
She
is.
can self-regulate. So kind of go, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want to do that anymore. Yeah. Instead of when children are told no, like that's when they want to.
Yeah, exactly.
Only like 10 minutes of pepper. She's like, well, I'm going to do 20. So
yeah.
okay, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good to hear. Yeah.
Have you done much traveling with Xavi?
Well, I've done a little bit of traveling with him. I've gone to 3 places. We've done like 6 planes.
How is he on?
Yeah, it's not his favourite. But I say that the last flight we went on, he was only 6-7 months. So the first time we flew was when he was 3 months old. That was, we went to France, so not too far, but he was quite young and didn't really enjoy it. Then I went and played in Italy.
Oh, you went with your mum?
I went with my mum, and that was actually fine. He was 6-7 months at that point. So he was a bit more, you could play with him a bit more. Like he was, you know, you could like hang out and do things. So he got it a bit more and he was fine. And that was the last time we flew. So that was a little while ago now. And I haven't got, I'm going away in February. We're going to go to, I've got a gig in Copenhagen. So that will be the next flight that we will do together. So I'll let you know how that goes.
And who will go with you on that one?
I think Tom's coming with me for that one. Okay. Yeah, I think Tom will be with us. So it should be fun. I feel like he is on the move now, though. So that's going to be interesting because he's in the early stages of wanting to walk and get up and move. So I'm not sure how much he's going to be enthused with sitting down.
Yeah. I mean, I do have memories of this. Yeah. It gets easier though.
Yes, exactly. Look, it's all a phase. It all changes. It's like you get through it. I think when he was younger, because you're so early, in the early days of parenthood, it feels really overwhelming.
Oh
and
my God,
very stressful and like it's never going to end. But now I'm like, we get the train all the time. So we live really far away from like everyone. So we always have to get trains in to see friends and do stuff. And he loves the train. Yeah. He's pretty good on the train.
Amazing.
We've got a little routine down. So maybe that'll transfer.
It will. It will.
Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed.
I feel like we should end on like little, like we did with the last one, like.
Oh yeah, like a little bit of advice or a
little tidbit.
A little tidbit. What would be my advice?
So can you tell I want to move to London? I'm coming up with
you love Twickenham.
Exactly.
Yes. Why don't you come to Twickenham? That is so funny, isn't it? It's such a British sounding place.
So British. It's just like quintessential.
I never realised that.
It's like in my head, it's like, wow. Okay, that is Anyway, what's your pearl of wisdom or like?
What's my pearl of wisdom? I feel like I always say this, but it's because I'm saying it to myself. But it is just trying to be kind to yourself. Try and be kind to yourself. Like you're not always going to get it right. There is no right and wrong, you know.
Oh yeah.
But trying to remember that you are doing your best and that is enough. I think really helps me. I'm like, okay, I'm not going to get everything 100%, but I'm trying my best. I really am.
Oh, and I love that. I see that as well.
Yeah, and you just have to be kind to yourself. And also, if you can, just try and get some rest. That's me saying to myself, I'm like, I need rest. I need sleep. That's it. That's not really advice. It's just more of a wish for everyone.
Praying for all the parents out there.
Yeah, praying for all the parents. Please get some sleep.
Oh, that's beautiful.
What about you? What's your little tidbit?
I think on what you were saying earlier, like it is all just a phase. Like I think as a first-time parent, I was very slow to learn that. Like I'm only just realizing now that there are cycles, there are like moments, there are and you emerge out of those moments and cycles and you have all this wisdom and knowledge about your child, about yourself, about all this, kind of stuff. And I don't know if I'm making any sense right now.
You do. They say the days are long, but the years are short. And it's so true.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It feels like you're in a phase for a really long time, but before you know it, they've moved on, you've moved on, you're in a different phase.
Totally. That's exactly it. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So I have to tell myself that too. And I remember having to tell myself that when he was younger, that like this too shall pass, you know?
Yeah, this too.
It will pass.
Yeah.
And then you'll look back and go, oh, that's not the same baby anymore. They're different. They've changed. Yes, it's so hard to be present, but you know, it's nice to remind yourself about that sometimes. So that's great advice. There we go. Well done. Always a pleasure speaking to you.
You too, Heléna.